We're gonna ride in some barrels. It was really slouchy last video. Let's get up. We'll sit up a little taller. Okay. Still so curious on where I went off track on the last puzzle, but this one we're gonna nail this one. This is an under 30-minute solve right here. Maybe. Definitely under 30 minutes. Okay. Out they went under the overhanging branches of the trees on either bank. Bilbo wondered what the dwarves were feeling and whether a lot of water was getting into their barrels. We finally make it to the barrels, like one of the 4 things I remember from reading The Hobbit. Some of those that bobbed along by him in the gloom seemed pretty low in the water, and he guessed that these had dwarves inside. Okay, we've got normal Sudoku rules. Cool. We're going to transcribe the digits to the elven circle. Digits in cages summoned to the small clue. So we got some killer cages. Along the Forest River blue line, a blue German whisper. This is outrageous. And digits in barrels are odd. Okay. Oh no, but we already had a river. Well, we can't use the same. Okay, we're going to find a different river. Don't they go over a waterfall? We break the thing again. Yesterday when I broke it, it was... Okay, maybe I can't change the water. Maybe we're stuck with the water. Huh? Huh? I mean, we knew it was a heavy shader. Just can we just get off this page? Water. Wall. Do they go over? Am I making that up? I seem to remember waterfall. I feel like I'm pretty good at break. There we go. Okay. Waterfall. So we've got some killer cages. We've got some negative digits. We have a lovely painted river there. That is a German whisper. And that's what we've got. So if this feels manageable. Is this actually searching? Who can say? Let's just hit enter 20 or 30 times just to really... There we go. That's nice. Look at that. Let's do this one. Doesn't seem too outrageously heavy. Okay, got a waterfall. So where do we start? Let's restart the time. So we need to copy over the elven circle digits, which were 5817. 5817. Okay. These people, this is a German whisper, and these are all odd digits. I think that's what I understand here. So the 1 and the 7 get knocked out of here. The 5 gets knocked out of here. Now, there's no 5s anywhere on this river because they have to differ by 5. So all 5s need to go away. And this sees a 1. So I think that's the start of our river, perhaps. So we got a 20 there. We got a 15 there. I'll roll out that 7. Got another 15 here, an 11 here. This is either 2 lows and a high or 2 highs and a low. Is that what's going on here? Like if these were the highs, right? High, low, high. Nope, wrong. High, low, 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 high. Those would be the high digits. So this would be a 7, for example. And 7s have to be flanked by 1, 2. Because if these were high, we would have already used the 9 here. So this would have to be a 7, and this would be a 1. This would be a 3. Maybe this isn't really the place to start. Like if these were high, this would be a 7-9 pair. This would be a 7-9 pair, so this would have to be a 1. This would have to be a 1. This would have to be... one of these would be the 7. This would definitely be a 9. So this high digit, well, it doesn't have to be odd though. Not sure I'm seeing this right away. I mean, up here we do have 4 out of 5 odds already addressed. 7s are relatively unfriendly when we're thinking about whispers. So that's kind of where I was starting with that, but maybe that's not the place to start. I mean, this 10 is a little bit interesting just in terms of what's available here. It's not outrageously interesting. We would never have a 5 anyway, for example. So the 5 in this world, you know, it's not here. It's not in a 10 cage. There's no rules about the raft area. Don't think. We just transcribed our digits, sum to the small clue, German whisper, odd digits. So, those are places a 5 could be. Maybe we need to think about other digits. Oh, well, gosh, or we could just think about this. So this, this is looking here. So thinking about this 15, which should have been very obvious. Let's talk about both these 15s. So 15s can only be 6, 7, 8, or 9. Either 6 plus 9 or 7 plus 8. Not 6 plus 8 like I did in an earlier puzzle. Knocking 7 and 8 out of here fully removes 7 and 8 as an option, which means this is a 6-9 pair. So that takes 9 out of both of those. So if these were our high digits, I should actually highlight these. 1, low, this was high, low, 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 high. Low, high, 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 low, or whatever. It's one way or the other, right? Make those green for the moment. Make those pink for the moment. So what does that mean? There's definitely no 9s in here. That's a thing that means. That's 3 digits from that set, but not 4. But this sees 1, 5. Definitely not 1 or 5. So what does that mean? It means if this was high, it would definitely be a 7. And this would definitely be a 7. And for that to work, these would all have to be from 1s and 2s. So this would have to be a 1. This would have to be a 2. And this would have to be a 1 or a 2, I guess. Which is probably okay, right? This would also be a 7, so this would also have to be 1s and 2s, and this would be a 2. This would be a 9, which is friendly with anybody. I don't know. I sort of feel like I'm not thinking about the right things again. What did the 6, 9 really tell us? This could be... Well, the opposite logic is that if this was a 3, this would have to be flanked by 8s and 9s. So this would be a double 8. If this was a 3, both those digits would be an 8. This would be a 3. That could be an 8 or a 9. If this was a 3, then this is a 1. And that can be whatever. The 7... double odds. So if this was a 7-9 pair, so this is either a 7-9 pair or it's a 1-3 pair. If it was a 1-3, if it was a 7-9 pair, this digit definitely has to be a 2. Because the 7 would need to see a 2. So in that case, this is definitely a 2. That's 7-9. This is 1-3. Then one of them is a 3. So it has to see 8 or 9. Remember I said this puzzle was going to be really fast? I feel like I'm just not seeing what are the things. I don't know. Maybe I should take a puzzle break today. What did these mean anything to us? Like 5. Put a 5 down there. Or I'm gonna put the 5. We put our 5 up here. 5 ends up there. Like the 6, it's never sad to lose a 6. Nobody cares about 6s anyway. The 3. This is the same thing. Like this pair up means that if there's a 7 in here, we have to have a 1 or a 2. You know, if this is 7, 9, this has to be 1 or 2. Or if it's 1, 3, it has to be 8 or 9. So when we can find this, we sort of know. So this is interesting. If this is a 1, 3, this has to be, this can never be 7, I guess, right? If this is a 1, 3, this has to be from 8 or 9. So it's not a 7. If this is a 7, 9, this has to be from 1 or 2, so it's not a 3. This is going to be the same problem. If this is 1, 3, this just is 9. The 8's already rolled out. If it's 7, 9, this is never a 3. Wait, we didn't know this one. Sorry. We don't know this one. I mean, we know 1 and 5 aren't in it, but that can be even, right? Why did I mark that? Did I just accidentally highlight it when I was highlighting things? Probably. So this pair has the same issue, right? Where it can only be 1, 2, 8, 9, and it's not 1. And this pair has the same issue, so there's no 3 or 7 in there. This pair, 1, 2, 8, 9, this pair, one, 2, 8, 9, but we rule out the 2, 8 because it is odd. The 2, 8, 9. So this pair can only have a 2, 8, 9 between it. This pair, only 1, 2, 8, 9. This pair, I think, is also only 1, 2, 8, 9, because it's, again, if these are high, one of these is definitely a 7, so it's 1 or 2. If they're low, one of them is definitely a 3, so it's 8 or 9. The 9 sees this, so that's not a 9. That's 1, 2, 8. This is 1, 3, 7. So if it's high, there's definitely a 7. So it can only be 1, 2. If it's low, though, it's annoying because it could be double 1. And this would be the high, but it wouldn't be a 6. So this would be 7, 8, 9. So in this case, you actually could have a 7 here, I think. We talked about this one. Did we talk about this one? This could be double 9 and allow for a 3, I think. Or it could be double 1 and allow for 7. Did we run out of music? Let's just do that again. Okay. So I think this one's not restricted. This one I think is restricted. This one. These two, this could be a double 9 and allow for 3, 7. Could be a double 1 and allow for 7, 9. So that. So do we actually learn anything here today? It's unclear. Unclear if we've actually learned something. Six, 7, 8, 9. This definitely has either a 7 or a 9, but not both. Right? You'll notice I continue to ignore these cages. This sums to 21. Well, this is sort of a silly thing to do, but I'm going to do it. So these could be 2, 3, 4. It's not 5. Could be 6. Not 7. It could be 9. I just want to think about these, which is probably not really useful, but so 2 would need an 8, 3 would need a 7, 4 would need a 6, 6 would need a 4, and 9 would need a 1. That's 20. So these are 25. I don't feel like that was actually a useful thing to do at all. Now, I guess this is 2. That's definitely 7. So that's definitely 1. That's not true. This could be 2, 9, 3. I'm sorry. This is 2. That's definitely 7 or 9. That's 1 or 3. Now, if this is 7, if this is 7, this is definitely 1, and this is definitely 2. This would be 1 or 2. Be 2, because this would be 1. That would be 1, that would be 2. That would allow this to be a 7. I mean, I probably shouldn't be ignoring these cages. I just don't quite see how they are going to help us. But oh, this is never 9. Oh, okay. Well, there's probably some more reducing we can do. This can never be a 9, because if this is 9, that means green is high, and that's broken. So that's not 9. So does that happen? Does anywhere else do that? Like, this can't be 9. If we make this 9, then there's nothing to put there. So that's not 9. This similarly isn't 1, because if I put 1 here, then green is low, and there's nothing to put in that. That's sort of interesting. So why couldn't this be 9? Because of the 6, 9. And this, why can't this be 9? Because if I put 9 here, this is broken. So green is high. Sorry, green's not high. If green was high, that would be double 7. So green is low. So we need to remove 7, 8, 9. Green is low. Pink is high. Probably a much easier way to see that. But I think this is the thing. 7, 9 pair. That's 3, 3, 1, 3. That's a 1, a 2. This can't be a 7. Because it's next to a 3. That's a 1. So we knocked 3 out of here. That means this is not a 7. We knocked 1 out of here, which means this is not a 9. So this is getting a bit more constrained. We have a 7, 9 pair here, which takes 9 out of there. It's an interesting river. This is not a 9, that is an 8. Okay. I feel like it took me way too long to see that. So, that's interesting. We've got a 1 over here now, right? If 1 was here, this would be 9. Which, right at this moment, seems to be okay. So we could still have a 9 there. We also know that 3 is up here. So this is 3. Oh, this is just 2. So you're not 2. The other half of the... This can't be... Maybe it's worth doing these? I don't know if it really is. This can be 1. It can't be 2 or 3. It could be 4, 5, 6. Can't be 7. Could be 8. Can't be 9. This side, if that's a 1, that's a 9. That's maybe okay right now. If that's a 4, that's a 6. That's maybe okay. You can never have a 5 in there. If that's a 6, that's a 4, which is maybe okay. And if that's an 8, that's a 2, which is not okay. So that's not a 2, and that's not an 8. So this could be a 9-1, or it could be a 4-6. This could be an 8-2, or it could be a 4-6. Need to place 5 and 7. So 7 is not anywhere in there. 7's not here because of 3. 7's not here because of 3. 7, so this is 7. So that's 9, that's 7. That's not 9, so that's not 6. That becomes a 7, so this can't be a 3, so that's a 1. This is a 6, 7, 8, 9, but not a 7. 6, 7, 8, 9, but it's not a 7. It could be a 6 next to the 1 on that whisper. This weird whisper. That's not a 7, so that's not an 8. So this is 2, 4, 6. For the rest of these, 9 is over here. That seems okay to have a 9, I think. I continue to refuse to think about these 11 cages, but this 11 cage is not a 9-2, it's not a 7-4, so it's either a 8-3 or it's a 5-6. To 5-6 or an 8-3. It's never a 3. 3 is down here, in fact. So it's never an 8. So I believe that is just a 5-6 pair, which leaves a 4-8 pair with the 4 there and the 8 there. That places the 6, which places a 9, not an 8. Remaining digits here look like just 3, 4, 5. And we can un-5ify that. Oops. And un-3ify that. We do get 7 up here, which gives us 9 up here. 7 is between 1 and 2, so that's okay. That's not 6, so that's not 4. That's not 8, so that's not 2. So that is a 4-6 pair, so that is 9, 1. No 1's over there. That does make this an 8. Takes the 9 out of there and places, I think, the 9 here. This 4-6 pair also takes 4 and 6 out of all of these, which looks like I have a mistake. What did I mess up? What digit did I forget in here? The other half of the... No, I'm sorry. We don't take 4, 6 out of here. We take 4, 6 out of here. That's a 2, 3 pair, so we take 2 out of here. We end up with a 4, 6 pair there. I think that's more correct. And then we need a 5, 8 there. And we need not a H. I'm going to recommend no H's, in fact. 5, 8. And then down here, we need 4, 6. And this 6 sees that, so that becomes 4, 6. Okay. 4, 6 pair, 2, 4, 6. So we need our 5 in here. And that gives us the 6 and the 5 here. That gives us, we got that 3, 4, 5 triple. That gives us the 4, the 6, the 2, the 4, the 6. That gives us in this column, I think we need a 2. In this column, maybe a 7. And this column, we have 1, 2, 3, we have 7, 8, 9, so we need 4, 5, and 6 here. Still ignoring this 11. I'm going to ignore it for the rest of my entire life. I don't know if I'm going to make that 30-minute limit. Maybe if I accidentally like buckled down and did Sudoku and thought about these 11 cages, but I'm not gonna. So it's not a 2, 9, and it's not a 5, 6. So it's either a 4, 7, or it's a 3, 8. That's not 3, so that's not 8. That's not 7, so that's not 4. We have a 3, 4, 5 triple here. That places a 1 here. We need a 7 down here. We need a 2. 3, 4, 5. I don't know. I don't think we're gonna make the time I called. It's okay. We need a 1, 2, 5 here, is it? And that places 2 and 5 and 1. That means we need a 2, 4, 5, 7 here, which places the 4 here, the 5 here, the 2 here, the 7 here, 6 here. That isn't 8, so that is a 3. It's not a 3. We can take our 6s out of here. 5 here, and 8 here. 4, 5, that is 3. We get 2, 3 up here. We need 1, 3, 9 here, so we get 9, 3, and 1. We need 4, 5. We have 1, 2, 3. We need 4, 5, 6 here, so we get 5. We get 4. We get 6. We get 5. We need 2, 4, 7 here, which just gives us the 2 and the 7 and the 4. We need that 7. We need 1, 2, 3. Looks like we need an 8 in that column. Looks like we need a 2 here. Looks like we need a 4, 9 here with the 9 there, the 4 there, the 6 there, the 9 there, the 8 there, and the 6 here. Oh my gosh, we did make it in under 30. Well, okay, I'll take it. I will take that. I'll take the under 30 self. Well, that was interesting. I feel like I was clumsy in appreciating it, but the like weird odd, I feel like I did not like enter that in a very elegant way, but the like internal pressure of a German whisper with a ton of odds already placed on it was really interesting. And the way that the elimination worked, where we figured out that this, if these were high, that would end up being a double 7, because we were able to eliminate 9 from here, because if 9 was here, then this wouldn't have a value. So like maybe there was a smoother way to see that, but that was a very unexpected. I don't know that I remember seeing a that kind of. I feel like that's a new sort of interaction for me, like heavy. Yeah, sorry, just trying to think. I don't know that particular thing I've encountered before with like heavy pressure from odds on a German whisper is really interesting. And then these were kind of, I'm glad, because I ignored them the whole time. At first it felt like this was going to be really important, and it certainly helped us disambiguate, but I kept ignoring the cages because it didn't, other than the 15s, it didn't feel like they were immediately important, which sometimes is a terrible, you know, sometimes that is a very poor instinct. But in this case, I think it was a reasonable instinct. For a second, it felt like it might be about like, you know, like leftover sums, but there didn't seem to be quite enough info. I mean, maybe there was a way to make that meaningful. But yeah, it really just came down to like eliminations on this, which is very cool. I didn't really expect that. I mean, we ended up with a German Whisper. I guess we got some 2s. We had no 4s and 6s. I kind of thought we were going to end up with a 6 down here, but we did not. That would have been our one chance, I guess. Yeah, really cool. Especially for such a simple thing. I mean, you know, because I feel like sometimes, not always, but sometimes like evens and odds are like halfway gimmies, you know, where it's sort of like, how do I want to put this? Like evens and odds sometimes just seem like filtering digits, right? Or like clues, where it's just like, it's going to just filter some things down here. In this case, it was more than that, because it was like really the interplay of the odds, at least the way I solved it. Maybe there's a different path, but it really seemed like the interplay of the odds is what did it. Okay, sorry, I'm supposed to be giving feedback. In terms of rules, it feels like they could not be more simple. I mean, a blue German Whisper is an outrage, but yeah, I really don't see anything. Bilbo hasn't really made an appearance. I guess Bilbo was in the riddle puzzle. We did have Bilbo. We got a lot of dwarves these days. I guess one of these barrels. So one of these is Bilbo. Which barrel is Bilbo? Hard to say. Okay, anyway, that was very good. That was smooth. I feel like even though I was struggling, you know what I think it was? I think I did kind of have the right instinct at the start, but I didn't push it hard enough, and then I started like maybe distracting myself thinking about some other things when I really should have just really like put the pressure on with the negatives. But turned out well. So thank you for that. Lovely puzzle. And should probably take a break, right? Probably.